One Day at Horrorland is the 16th Goosebumps book, and it is the introduction to the theme park that we all know has a complete series surrounding the park nowadays. This story introduces Lizzie and Luke Morris, who return in the novel Return to Horrorland and Goosebumps Horrorland 10. This is one of the more fun and memorable Goosebumps books, even before the Horrorland series. The story is about a Morris family and a friend Clay, and they are lost and eventually find Horrorland. They go in, but their car explodes, the parents and the kids separate, and the three kids, Lizzie, Luke, and Luke's friend Clay, the group goes on rides that scare the daylights out of them and explore creepy places like the Bat Barn, the Doom Slide, and Werewolf Village. The kids confront the horrors about it, but the park workers don't care, and the kids are locked in Horrorland and told their parents left without them. But the family reunites, takes the Coffin Cruise ride, which scared me as a kid watching that on the show, the live-action adaptation. They go to the exit, seeing that it's locked. The family then gets tricked into entering a room and is attacked by monsters in a race against the clock to survive for 60 seconds. Lizzie tries to take off a horror's mask, but finds that these green creatures are real. She realizes all the signs at Horrorland are real and taken seriously, so the no pinching sign is real, so she decides to pinch the horrors to escape. But back home, a horror has been hanging on to the back of the bus they took to escape to home, just to hand them free Horrorland tickets for next time. This story was adapted into live action for Goosebumps Season 3. The episodes premiered for Halloween 1997. Clay was not in those episodes though, and even back in the 90s there was tons of merchandise for Horrorland, and there have been video games based off of Horrorland to explore in. Pretty sure there's also been 2 board games. I think Horrorland should have been incorporated into the movies, or at least a new TV show, but alas, we keep hoping. A unique thing about this tale is the mom and dad of the main character are involved in the fright and part of the whole story, something you never get in Goosebumps. Actually, at the end, during the race, the dad gets scratched by a monster and is bleeding. Reading the moments with the parents arguing, well, it kind of got tense for what you would think you'd get in a Goosebumps tale. There was also a lot of talk about death and some freaky situations like the Doom Slide. That creeps me out. The One Day at Horrorland Special Edition talks about how horrors won't die by being pinched anymore. R.L. Stine is interviewed and confirms that Luke and Lizzie would return to Horrorland, and that he would not like to go to Horrorland himself. The scariest ride he's ever been on was a roller coaster called The Beast, and that Horrorland is so big because anything can happen in there. That's why readers love learning about Horrorland. The most interesting thing to me is it had a reading guide for all the Goosebumps Horrorland and companion books, except no companion book for Horrorland 11 and 12, at least at the time this book came out, not officially yet. And, well, to know, 11 and 12 companions are The Werewolf of Fever Swamp and A Night in Terror Tower. The back has a different token half saying, "We're here," instead of "are near," making the coin now say Luke and Lizzie were here. This is one of R.L. Stine's favorite Goosebumps books, and when writing for Horrorland, he drew a map of all the places in the park to know where each attraction was. He made the Horrorland attractions fun, but scary. I don't know if I would go to Horrorland if it was real either, but something to think about, especially with the horrors telling them that the humans are on a hidden camera show for Monster TV. This story was pretty fun, but definitely non-threatening, and I like the TV episode more than the book, as crazy as it is, especially since you find out a lot about Horrorland and how people there aren't so bad with that knowledge of, reading the Goosebumps Horrorland books first, or at least the whole series, or at least the first 12 books, and then reading this again. Definitely made it less of a horror novel and more of a funny adventure, which I suppose R.L. Stine wants people to get out of his stories, mostly. Thank you for watching this little book review, this little book talk of Goosebumps One Day at Horrorland. Hope you enjoyed.